Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Strat Baseball Night of America. This is a Sports Time Machine as I bring you today Game 3 of the Strat Super League as it's the New York Mets taking on the Oakland Athletics. So far, these teams have split the first two games of this series. Today will be the number 3 starters. It'll be Blue Moon Odom for the Oakland Athletics. He's a 6 starter. And he'll take on Ron Darling of the New York Mets, and he is a 7 starter. Here are your starting lineups, the same ones for the Mets. It's the lineup first righties, Lenny Dykstra leading off, followed by Wally Backman, then Darryl Strawberry, Howard Johnson batting 4th, Gary Carter batting 5th, Lee Mazzilli batting 6th at first, as Keith Hernandez still sits with the injury, but he should be back for the Mets next series. Danny Heap bats 7th, he's in left. Ray Knight bats 8th, he's at 3rd. And Rafael Santana bats 9th, and he's at shortstop. For the Oakland Athletics, Bert Campaneris leads off, he's at short. Joe Rudy bats 2nd, he's in left. Reggie Jackson's in center field today, he'll bat 3rd. Batting 4th is Mike Epstein, the first baseman. Batting 5th is Sal Bando, the third baseman. Then Mike Keegan is your designated hitter. Dave Duncan is your catcher. George Hendrick gets to start today in right field. And Larry Brown will get the call at second base and bat 9th. Again, the pitchers today, Ron Darling for the New York Mets and Blue Moon Odom for the Oakland A's. As the A's take the field, we're about ready for baseball. As Lenny Dykstra steps up to the plate. Here we go, folks. Stratomatic on the air. 5-5 lefty, and Lenny Dykstra hits a fly ball in the deep right field. Back goes Hendrick at the track and makes the catch. So Dykstra hits it deep to right field, but the catch is made. So again, Dykstra just misses it by an inch. Here's the second baseman, Wally Backman. Backman today will start off here. Here we go. Against Blue Moon Odom. Base hit the center field for Wally Backman. So let's see what Backman will do. Dun, 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 dun. So he is a -2. The catcher today is Dave Duncan still. He's a 0, -2 to hold. So it'll be a -4 on Wally Backman's number 1 hold. Until a Met manager comes in, I will go ahead and make the call, and we're going to run with Wally today. Let's see what his numbers are. I have to make a list for these Mets. It's going to they'll get the lead on a 6-8, and it'll be 11. So only 55% if he gets the lead. So I go back to my drawing board here as second, folks, as we'll get back to the broadcast in a moment. I may have just lost my. Let's see if I can get back to my game here. Here we go. Sorry about that. So again, Backman about 55% will hold. And here's Strawberry, had a home run in game 2. Let's see if his hitting his right-handed pitching holds up here. And that could go. Let's see. That is a base hit to left field. So Strawberry gets a little bit to the Stratomatic Super Teams again. The Mets, all right, got them pulled up. So we'll quick, and then we'll get back to the game. Sorry about the we're still there. Good. With the board today. The connection going back to New York. 2-7 for Hojo's a strikeout. So Howard Johnson down on strikes, and we're under 2 outs and 2 on. So now for the New York Mets, a little bit of catcher, Gary Carter. So Carter here against John Blue Moon Odom. 2 on, 2 out for Carter. And Carter, line drive to third base, right at Bando, and the Mets do not score. Mets have had these problems lately. They strand 2. We go to the bottom of the second, is no score. David Vega, welcome aboard. Welcome to Oakland Alameda Coliseum. Not sure what the RJL game tonight is at 5:30, but thank you, David, for coming in, having a part of the game tonight. Your St. Louis Cardinals will look good, pretty good. They have split the first two games with the Houston Astros. So here's Bert Campaneris. He'll get the spot here and lead off against Ronnie Darling. So let's see what Bert can do. We started off, and here we go. 6-6 versus a righty. It was a single, 1-17. That's a base hit for Campaneris. So Campaneris is on with a base hit. Teams like to hit early today. Campaneris is a 2, 5, 11, and 12, 19, 14 first number. He's a 0. He's a -2, and I believe Carter is a 0. He is a 0, so it's only a -2 for Campy. 17 first number, and there's no picks, and an 8 can't get the lead. So Carter kept him close, throwing behind him, and Campaneris could not get the lead. That's a huge play to start this game. Campaneris wanted to run. Here's Rudy. Run first, nobody out. And the pitch from Darling's a ground ball to second. Good play there. We'll get the runner at first as Campaneris will move to second. So now here is Reginald Martinez Jackson. He's moving over from right to from third to second. Third to right to center, giving better opportunities for better players to play right field. And there goes my A's dice that went flying. Not sure if I have my bowl here or not of dice. Give me a second. I'll go through a bag real quick. That way I'm not wasting too much time tonight. So as the dice went flying into the outer limits, we'll go ahead and pull a new Oakland A's green dice and start it off. So we'll go ahead and re-roll that one. So here is Jackson. Had a couple home runs in this series. Here's the pitch to Reggie. And he starts off again with a line drive in the gap. That will go all the way to the wall. Jackson will have a double, and that will score Campaneris from second. So Campaneris scores from second. RBI Reggie Jackson, and the Oakland A's lead it 1-0 early on here in Oakland. So Ron Darling kind of throwing it right over the plate there. Reggie again having a good start of a season. And now here's Mike Epstein. Epstein, the batter, 3-8. Nope, that wasn't what I thought it was going to be. And that's going to be a line drive. Line drive to second baseman, 2 outs. So now here's the third baseman, the Capitan, Sal Bando. Third baseman, 2 outs, runner on second. A's hold a 1-0 lead early again. 2-7, and that's a liner, and that may just get through for a base hit. That is a 1-8, and there's the 8 past the third baseman. Jackson will stop at third, and the A's continue the inning. First and third, 2 outs, and here's your designated hitter, Mike Hegan. So Mike Hegan, the batter, trying to give the A's some instant offense from the DH position. Here's a pitch from Hegan. That will be a strikeout. Big strikeout for Ron Darling. But the A's give up a run. 1 run on 3 hits. 2 men left. We played 1. Oakland 1. And the New York Mets nothing. So now with Blue Moon Odom on the mound, he'll pitch to Lee Mazzilli, Heap, and Knight. Again, Mazzilli in the lineup due to the small injury to Hernandez. He will be back game 4 of this series. 4-10 to a lefty, 5 ball center field. That is Jackson. He becomes a 3 in center field, and that is a 9, which is not going to be on the chart. So that could be a problem for Jackson to get to it. He is an E11. So let's see what the E11 does to him. Jackson could have a problem on this one. 8-10 is an out, and he makes the catch. Running catch from Jackson. Holy cow. Jackson showed some great ability there to cover a lot of ground and made a fantastic catch. And now here's Danny Heap. He gets a start in left field with the righty on the mound. Kevin Mitchell's on the bench. This is a spot usually where you do want Danny Heap out there against the righties. Here is the pitch to Danny, and just missed it. Old Strat cards. Ground ball to second, makes the play. So 1-5 was a good possibility. 1-5, the ball would have been gone. Here's Ray Knight with 2 outs. Ray Knight, Dub D Knight. Third baseman for the Mets, getting full time to play. 5-12 to a righty is a ground ball back to Blue Moon Odom. He's an E51. That has trouble written all over it. He's going to fumble it. Does he make the play? No. That's going to be an error. I can almost guarantee you 51's not going to be bueno. Let's see. That will be Max, I believe. So, holy smoke, doesn't even go that far into orbit. So, let's see what the error rating is. I kind of lost it on the card there. Let's see. So, E36 is 11. So, 11 is the only thing that keeps him from making it. Oh, he gets his inner Greg Luzinski. Holy RJL. What a play by John Moon Odom. Holy cow. An 11 saves you from the error, and he makes the catch. Holy cow. And boy, you're going to see that maybe on what's called SportsCenter. What a play by Blue Moon Odom. Mets don't score in the second. Bottom of the second coming up. We are still tied. And that's how it's 1-0 Oakland Athletics. What a play by Blue Moon Odom. Holy smokes. So bottom of the second, it will be Duncan Hendrick, followed by Larry Brown. Web Gem, of course. Yes, indeed. He got his inner Greg Luzinski there, as RDR would say. So here's Duncan. 2-6 versus Duncan. Ground ball back to the mound. Good play by Darling. That's an easier play, and there's one away. So with one out, here is George Hendrick. Hendrick getting a start. He's a young man in this league. He's getting a start in right field. And Hendrick struck him out. So another strikeout for Darling. That's 2. And now here's the second baseman, Larry Brown. They don't have a real competent second baseman. Got to put whoever's out there to give him some at-bats. 1-7, pop to second. That is Backman. Makes the catch, and the A's go easy. 1-2-3. Let's head to the third. 1-0 Athletics. This is game 3 of the series. After this, the teams will move on and play somebody else. I have not looked at the second week opponents. I thought I'll just look at that as everyone else does and get surprised a little bit, but not wanting to look at it. So here's the shortstop, Rafael Santana. So Rafael Santana will come in against Blue Moon Odom. And that is going to be a pop to third. That should be the first out and makes the play. So now for the Mets, it'll be Lenny Dykstra. Lenny Dykstra's first at bat, fly to deep right field. On deck is Wally Backman. 4-7, and that is a rope to right field. Oh, what a play there. Captain Sal Bando with a save. 1-15 single, 18 on the die, and Bando lays out. Holy cow. Another fantastic play as the A's are going all out and making some fantastic plays today. And now here is Wally Backman. So 2 outs for Wall. And he singled, was pushed ahead to second on a Strawberry hit, and then we're left stranded. Here's a pitch to Backman. 4-7 lefty. Does it happen again? No, it just gets past Bando. 1-15, 14. So Backman gets it by him. He has 2 hits in the ball game. So now we look at again. Strawberry comes up with 2 outs. That's where Backman kind of has to hold his spot and can't run, because you don't want to take the bat away from Strawberry here, especially when you can give the Mets the lead. Strawberry is singles last time up. Lefty power hitter against Blue Moon Odom. Here's the pitch. That will be a ground ball to second. Larry Brown comes up and throws them out. And that is all for the Mets in the third. No runs, 1 hit. We go to the bottom of the third. It's 1-0 Athletics. So now batting will be Bert Campaneris. He gets the He is leading off. He singled and scored back in the first inning here against Ron Burt. And that will be a single at center field for Burt Campaneris. So now Burt is on again. We told you about his -2, so it'll be a 17 first number, 12 second number if he decides to go. Here we go. That is a 9, does not get it. So again, he doesn't get it. So now the run on the second number. That's interesting. Is there no one else is here? So with one man on, here's Joe Rudy. He grounded second first time up, got the runner over. 1-8 again, ground ball to no, that's gonna be Rudy. Hang on, 1-8 is gonna be a little liner past third. Caught. Oh, nice play there by the third baseman, Ray Knight. 1 away. So again, the 20-sided die paying a factor here early. So now here is Reggie Jackson. He doubled Campy home in the first inning. Here's the pitch. Oh, it's going to be a 6-9 fly ball center. That's 2 outs, and it brings up Mike Epstein, the first baseman. So Mike Epstein comes up with the runner on. Campaneris to take a lead. Here from the stretch. And that is going to be a lineup second base. Wally Backman makes the play. We play 3 in Oakland. Another low-scoring game here in the Strat Super League. 1-0 A's. We head to the 4th. So now for the New York Mets, we Howard Johnson getting spotted DH today. Then Gary Carter and Lee Mazzilli. So Mazzilli to hit against John Moon Odom. 1-8 is a strikeout. So again, that's the second K for Hojo. Here's Gary Carter. Carter needing a big blow here if he can. Carter's first time up. Pop the third with runners on. Here's the pitch to Carter. And that will be a fly ball right field. Hendrick there makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. And now here's Lee Mazzilli. So 2 outs for Mazzilli. Mets are really missing Hernandez in his what he gives to you on defense and his offense production. Here's the pitch to Mazzilli. Fouls off the green dice. We'll replay that one. Here is a pitch from Blue Moon Odom. 2-7 base at left field. So Mazzilli says, who needs Keith Hernandez? So Mazzilli's on now with 2 outs. Here is the left fielder, Danny Heap. See if he just missed one of his shots the last time up. We'll see if he can find some in that one column that he likes. Odom from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that will be a fly ball left field. Rudy's there. Canacorn makes the catch. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. 1-0 A's here at the Oakland Alameda Coliseum. So for the Oakland A's, Bando, Hegan, and Duncan, the bat for the A's here in the 4th. Again, even though there was not a DH in the 72 season, I'm playing DH for all of the 6 American League teams. So last of the 4th, it will be Bando, Hegan, and Duncan, the bat for the A's against Ron Darling, who only gave up those couple hits in the first inning, but that's held up for the A's so far. Here's a pitch to Bando, ground ball to second. That is Backman, makes the play, and there's 1 away. So Bando's 1 for 2. And now here is the designated hitter, Mike Hegan. Darling looks in, gets a sign from Carter. Here's the pitch. That will be a swing, ground ball to short. That is Santana. Pretty good defensively. That's a 7, makes the play. He's not going to be a 4. I think he's a 2. He is a 2. Makes the play. Won't even look that up. That is a gimme. That's a golf shot, baby. 2 outs, and here's the catcher, Dave Duncan. So Duncan, the batter with 2 outs. Duncan looking to swing here. Duncan with 2 outs. Ground ball to first. Darling looks in and the pitch. That will be, again, a long single. It is. So, again, he gives up that base hit. So, Duncan's hit puts him on. So, he's at first with 2 outs. Extends the inning for Mr. George Hendrick. Again, the very quiet play. If you are, forgot what his name was. So, here is Hendrick. The play. 1-4 for Hendrick. Ground ball to short. Santana goes to backman and gets the force to end the inning. No runs on one hit. We played 4 here at the Oakland Alameda Coliseum. Oakland 1 and New York Mets nothing as we head to the 5th inning. Blue Moon Odom is only a 6 as a starter, something you have to consider with the pitch count. It'll be Knight, Santana, and Dykstra for the Mets here in the 5th. Here's a pitch to Knight, and Ray Knight hits a line drive base hit. So Knight is on. So Ray Knight gets his first hit of the game, first hit in the year against a right-handed pitcher. So now it's Knight on at first. Here is Rafael Santana. I think he's going to look down to his third base coach. Oh, Rafi, you can't bunt. Never mind. I would thought he'd be higher than that, but it looks like they did not teach you how to bunt. So Blue Moon Odom from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That will be a fly ball right field. Again, that's Hendrick. Makes the catch. And there's one away. And now here's the center fielder, Lenny Dykstra. Mets looking to make that home debut with their fans. Dykstra 0 for 2 in the ball game. Fly to right and ground to third. So here's a pitch to Dykstra. And he fly ball to right field. That is George Hendrick. Hendrick out there is a 3-3. So if he can avoid a low roll, oh, it's a 3. I definitely tainted him there. Sorry, George. I gave you bad karma there. That is a single, 2 stars on the 3. So Hendrick kind of loofed in on it. Knight got a good jump, goes to third, and the Mets have first and third with 2 outs, with 1 out. So here's Wally Backman. Met fans on their feet trying to get loud here. And what are we going to do now? Lenny with super uber speed. Now we go to, so it's going to be minus two. So it's going to be a -4. So he gets it on a 6 and 7, and it will be a 15 or less. I think Nails has to be aggressive here. So let's see if he gets the lead. And 4 and 6, and that's a 7. So Dykstra could not get the lead. So a lot of guys having problems getting the lead in this league, we found out. So teams not being as aggressive they want to be. First and third, 1 out. Here's Backman. They're going to play the corners in the A's in case they decide to drop down a bunt. Here's the pitch to Backman. Swings away, and that is a liner. No, what a play there by, again, Larry Brown. 3-10, open triangle, 1-14 single, gets the 19. So the Mets turned away there. There's 2 outs. Holy smokes. And now comes up the Darryl. Here comes Mr. Strawberry. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. A big opportunity for Darryl here. Odom from the stretch. First and third, 2 outs. Pitch to Strawberry. Walked him. So they kind of worked around Strawberry there. It is now going to be bases loaded, 2 outs. And the guy who has really struggled today, Howard Johnson. And Howard, 254 righties, 213 righties. So he's in his spot he wants to be. Odom's in the 5th, not his fatigue 6th inning. Blue Moon Odom from the stretch, pitching to Hojo. 1-8, got him on strikes for the 3rd time today. And the Mets go very loud in the 5th, but don't score. No runs, 2 hits. They leave them loaded. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning, 1-0 A's. Holy smokes. And boy, that's gonna piss off Davy Johnson. So we're in the bottom 5, 1-0. So now Larry Brown, Campaneris, and Rudy the bat against Ronnie Darling. Here's a pitch. That will be a 5-6 righty. That's a drive in the gap. That's a base hit for Larry Brown. So Larry Brown's on with a base hit. He doesn't have any speed, so he will stay still. They will not hold him. And now here's a shortstop, Bert Campaneris. He singled and scored in singles. So Campy's 2 for 2 today. Darling from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That will be a 6-11 to a righty. Ground ball to first. Uh-oh, that's where you miss Keith Hernandez. That is Mazzilli. Mazzilli's a 4E15. Neither are good. And that's a 10. So you're going to go to the air chart on a 15. Come on, Lee, make the big play. 8 to 11 is a double play. Otherwise, we have a problem here in Oakland. No, Mazzilli cannot make the play. It goes off his arm. So runners at first and second. And the Met fans are going, oh no. First and second, the inning has been opened up through the Mazzilli error. So now here's Rudy. First and second, nobody out. Rudy 0 for 2. Darling now looking in. He's going to have to get himself out of a big inning. Here's the pitch. And he does. Struck Rudy out. So 1 out in the 5th. Here is Jackson. And boy, Reggie has really had a good series so far. 1 for 2 with a big line drive double. Mazzilli's going to have to be careful. First and second, 1 out. Darling from the stretch. And that's where you wanted to pitch him. But that's going to get ugly fast. That's going to go down for a base hit for Jackson. Larry Brown scores. Campaneris will go to third. RBI. Reggie Jackson is second of the ball game, and the A's lead it 2-0. Holy cow! Big hit for Reggie Jackson. So now I'll be first and third with 1 out. Here's Mike Epstein. The Mets now have to bring the infield in, trying to stop the agony. Darling from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that will be a fly ball, center field, perfectly professionally hit. That will be a sacrifice fly for the second out. Campaneris comes around the score, and the A's lead it 3-0. RBI, Mike Epstein, 3-0, Oakland Athletics. So now here is the third baseman, Sal Bando, with 2 outs. Here's the pitch to the captain, and he will give up a base hit to left field. So Jackson will go to second, stay right there. Another base hit for Bando. He's 2 for 3. And here's a designated hitter, Mike Keegan. Wow. So Darling just looks to be a bit, he made that Mazzilli error really opened up the floodgates. So now here's Keegan. Darling trying to get past this inning. Fly ball center field. Dykstra there makes the catch, and this one is over. But the A's score 2 in the 5th. Let's head to the 6th. It's 3-0 Athletics as we go to the 6th inning. Top of the 6th is going to be Gary Carter, Lee Mazzilli, and Danny Heap against John Moon Odom going into his fatigue inning, the 6th. Now, this is where the Mets need to attack him right now. Carter's 0 for 2. So here's Blue Moon Odom, 4-4 to a righty, and that's going to be a catch X on Duncan. So let's see what kind of error rating he has. 2E3. Keep it on the card. He's out, and it's a 5. He's out on the pop-up. So that's not the way you want to start. So a pop-up to Carter. He's 0 for 3. So now here's Lee Mazzilli, still with the right-hander on the mound. He'll be swinging away with 1 man out. Made a crucial error in the top of this inning. Let's see Mazzilli can make better of it here. Here's the pitch, and that will be a ground ball to second. Again, that's Larry Brown. He's not horrible. He's a 322. Let's see if he can keep it on the card. He dives at the 15. He throws him out. So the A's getting the luck of the hits right now. They're getting really nice defensive plays. And now here's Danny Heap. And Blue Moon Odom can come out and make probably a play of the year for a candidate as a pitcher. You know the stars are aligned for the Oakland A's. So here's Danny Heap with 2 outs. Here it is for Heap. 3-2, ground ball to short. And Blue Moon Odom has given the A's 6 strong innings. Let's head to the bottom of the 6th inning. A's lead 3-0. Darling is out there, again with no DH in the American League. Darling is able to go a little bit longer if needed, but Davey Johnson's not afraid to yank him either. So here is Duncan. He's actually leading off, and that's going to be a 4-7 righty, and that's a walk. So Duncan walks. That could really force Davey Johnson's hand here. So now here is Hendrick. What will the Mets do? Let's see. So, what worries about me and you in this card, dude, is you give up too many hits. So the whip is so high. You know what? He ends up becoming a long man on this team, so he may have to suck it up here. Ooh, and Card wasn't that good. I would like to give him as much praise as possible, but all of a sudden, you don't deserve it. So hang on, let's see who can give him this to me. Ooh, that looks like it's horrible too. Oh, just don't want to keep going. I'll look the other way. So they're going to go to, I think they're going to go ahead and go to Rick Aguilera. Quick hook for Ron Darling, who just did not have it. I just couldn't watch him give up any more stuff. So 5, Dave Duncan, not Duncan. Duncan just walked. So now here's righty George Hendrick. So Hendrick, the batter, he'll hit against Rick Aguilera. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be a strikeout for Hendrick. So a big strikeout there. Second time Hendrick has struck out. Here's a second baseman, Larry Brown. Again, this is the bottom part of the A's lineup that is not that good. Aguilera from the stretch. 3-7. Ground ball back to Aguilera. Makes the play. Throws for Duncan and gets the fielder's choice. So 2 outs in the 6th. And here is Bert Campaneris. He's been on 3 times, including reaching on an error, which was a big play of the ball game back in the 5th inning that kind of opened up the floodgates. Bert comes up with 2 hits and 2 runs scored. Aguilera and the pitch. That will be a fly ball center field. That is Dykstra makes the catch and retires the side. No runs, a walk. 1 man left. We go to the top of the 7th inning. It is 3-0 Athletics. So we go to the 7th. Blue Moon Odom staying out there. He's 1 inning past his comfort zone of fatigue. And he'll now pitch to Knight, Santana, and Dykstra. So here's Knight. Swings away. And that's going to be a struck him out on the inside corner. And Knight walks away. What an inside foul by Blue Moon Odom. So here's Rafael Santana. Santana 0 for 2. Santana with the pitch. And that will be a ground ball down the 3rd. That captain Sal Bando comes up, throws him out. And that's 2 outs here in the 7th. So 2 outs in. Here is the center fielder, Lenny Dykstra. 2 outs. Mets trying to find some happiness here. Dykstra 1 for 3. Here he missed a fly ball on the field. That is Jackson makes the catch. And that's all for the Mets in the 7th. Let's get up and stretch. It is 3-0 A's. So Aguilera comes out now. He'll stay out there and pitch. He wants to give the Mets some innings here. Now the question is, can he avoid a lot of his juice on his card? So Aguilera with the windup. Here's the pitch to Rudy. 1-3, a single 1-17. That's a 12. That's a base hit past the shortstop. First base of the ball game for Rudy. So now here's Reggie. Number 9 in the lineup, number 1 in your hearts, batting 3rd, playing center field today against Aguilera from the stretch. Here it is. 3-9 is a deep drive to right center field. That's going to be trouble. It's over past Strawberry's head. Rudy will hit the 3rd, will stay there. Another double for Jackson. He's 3 for 4. As Reggie Jackson continues to hit the ball well. And now the infield's going to have to come in as the A's look to blow this open. You haven't had a lot of those in this games yet. A couple 6-1 games. 2nd and 3rd for Epstein. 0 for 2 of the sacrifice fly. Aguilera from the stretch. Here is the pitch. And that is going to be a ground ball to second. Good play from Backman. Looks the runner back and throws him out. So the Mets needed that one. We'll see if they can hold on. Here's the captain, Sal Bando. Bando in the ball game is 2 for 3. Who's on deck? This is where he this is where you pitch around stupid stuff. The Mets do the Mets besides Orozco have another lefty? And the question is, the answer to that is probably no. So let's see. Just looking and see if there's another lefty who's kind of, I have Randy Neiman, but he gives me 2. Ooh, I don't like his card against lefties either. Oh, Lordy. And well, this is game 3. Sid probably pitches game 4. He's not a reliever. So here we go. As the problem will continue. What do you do with Bando? You don't want to pitch to Hegan unless you have a lefty to take him out this ball game. So Bando with a batter. Infield will stay in. Here's the pitch, and that's a walk. So they kind of pitched around him. So now the bases are loaded for 1 out for Hegan. And boy, he likes right-handers. That's where the plus is going to be for him right now. The Mets, I think, are in some serious trouble here with Aguilera. So he pitched 5 in the 3rd innings. We're now into the 7th with 1 out. So looks like he has gone at one official, I guess that'd be official 1 inning. So Larry Brown got on a base hit. Let's see. No, it was the 6th inning he went out. So walk, yep. So he went out with just making sure. So he went out, basically went 5. So let's see. So 5 innings for him there. He pitched a 3. He has pitched a 4. So basically he's an inning. He's at an inning and a 1/3 for Aggie. And now the Mets are going to turn him around. Al, Red Sox fan, welcome. Thank you. Trying to root on the Metropolitans in their time of need, and boy, they need. And it's going to be Randy Neiman. I'm not sure if he's on my roster, but may have to activate if he is. Horrible against lefties, but you know what? I'm going to have to do something. They don't have another lefty out there. They need to turn Mr. Hegan around or bring somebody. The problem is now, what inning are we in? Oh, they are in the 7th, so the A's can pinch hit. That has been my written rule. So I kind of made a double oofy on me then. So now Jesus Alou can probably come in and hit for him, who's a reverse lefty with stuff against other lefties. So not Jesus, my fault. It'll be Matty Alou. Got one of the Alous right. So Matty Alou will come in. He'll be introduced. He'll be the new hitter here. So Alou will hit for him. So Alou will hit for Mike Hegan. Infield still in. They want to try to get 2 out of this. Here we go. And that's going to be a 5-9. Struck him out. Randy Neiman. Holy smokes. All that junk there. He makes the K. And it brings up Dave Duncan, who really likes lefties pitching. Oh, got a ton of stuff. Ooh. Oh, I don't want to play a 3-batter minimum here. So what do you do here in the 7th inning for the Athletics? Yeah, this is modern. This is not modern baseball, I'll tell you. So the Mets, I mean, they could bring in Gene Tennis, but he's definitely not that good, put it that way. So we're in the 7th. Again, trying to save innings at this point. You don't want to blow people up. So let's bring in Doug Sisk. So Sisk will come in. Neiman does 1/3 of an inning. And Sisk will come in with his junk on his. But he will make sure Duncan hits off his weaker side. Sisk from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that for Sisk will be a base hit left field. Didn't matter. So Duncan with a base hit. Let's see who scores. Rudy scores. They will hold Reggie at 3rd. Bando to 2nd. RBI Dave Duncan. That's his 2nd hit of the ball game. And the Oakland Athletics now lead it 4-0. So Duncan's with a big hit. Now here's George Hendrick. And here we go. 5-8 popped up the 3rd. Knight with the play, makes the play. Luckily, the A's only score 1. Let's head to the 8th. It's 5-0. Or is it 4? Hang on. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4-0 as we head to the 8th. So the Mets are still within a beep, a blop, and a slam. So let's see if the Metropolitans can find their way out of this one. They have not hit Blue Moon Odom at all. It's going to be Backman, it's going to be Strawberry, and it's going to be Hojo or a pinch hitter against Blue Moon Odom here in the 8th. So here's the pitch to Backman. That will be a ground ball to short. That will be Campy. Let's see what Campaneris gives me. He's a 219. Keep it on the chart. It should be an out. That's a 20. That's an audible. That's an out. That's a gimme on the golf course. So Backman retired, one away. So here is Darryl Strawberry. Strawberry comes in. He's 1 for 2 with a walk. Mets down 4, need base runners. Blue Moon Odom automatically becomes tired as we enter the 9th inning. 5-10 lefty, ground ball to first. Mike Epstein says, hey, I got it. Takes it to the bag and beats Strawberry to the bag for the 2nd out. Blue Moon Odom can pitch the 9th inning as a tired pitcher, but the first dot would automatically get him removed on kind of like the inside pitch rule. So Howard Johnson up. He's 0 for 3 with 3 Ks. No reservations for Howard. 4-11 lefties, a fly ball left field. That will be Rudy. That should be a gimme at 1E2. Keep it on the chart, and you are fine. That's a 5 and makes the catch. And the Mets go very meekly. So the Mets have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits through 8. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's 4-0 A's. So now, because I don't trust Sisk and the game is still close. So let's see how many innings I gave him there. Let's see. So he came in and pitched to Duncan, and then he got the out. So 1/3. So 1/3 for Sisk there. So Aguilar went 1 + 1. That is 6 1/3, 7, 8. So now we go to the bottom of the 8th inning, and the Mets will go to Roger McDowell here. Better card, a little better stuff. Has to keep it close in a 4-run lead. And hopefully this wasn't like McDowell's 2nd straight appearance, but it shouldn't matter. He has 150 plus innings that year, something as a reliever. He had 128 innings, so a solid card against righties usually. So for the Athletics, it will be Larry Brown, Bert Campaneris, and Joe Rudy. So Rudy. So 2-7 for Larry Brown. Ground ball the 2nd. Nice, easy play. And there's the first out in the 8th. And here's Bert Campaneris, probably an MVP type game. He's been 2 for 3, scored twice. Having a Bert Campaneris type day from the leadoff spot. Here's the pitch from McDowell, and that is foul ball. So go ahead and redo that. And that will be a 1-7, single 1-6. Nope, not that time. That's a line drive. They've been getting the benefit of the doubt today on the 20. 2 outs in the 8th. Here's Rudy. Rudy so far in the ball game is 1 for 4 with the runs scored. And Beatles internally is here. Hello, Beatles. Welcome in. Appearing on the RJ Network, the Houston Astros and the Pittsburgh Pirates. So look, him just getting this done as RJL goes in. 3-11 for Rudy. Ground ball to first, picked up by Mazzilli, waves him off, and that's it. We go to the top of the 9th inning. It is 4-0 A's. So what's up, Beatles? How are you, my friend? Thank you for coming in. Let's hopefully maybe root on the Metropolitans and see if they can find some love here. So far, nothing to show for it. Carter, Mazzilli, and Heap and Blue Moon Odom will try to see if he can finish it all. So finish it up. Let's see here. And Carter starts with a ground ball to short. Odom stays out there, and play is made. Boy, a scintillating start from your 3rd starter is not good news if you are an opponent for the A's. After coming from Holtzman Hunter, you think you get a break from Blue Moon Odom as your 3, and you are not. Here is Lee Mazzilli, 4-3 against a lefty, and that is a ground ball to first. That is Mike Epstein. Mike Epstein is a 4-15. There is hope. Let's see if he keeps it on the defensive card. That is a 6, I think, and that could be a hit. So a 6 on a 4. If it's on the chart, it's a hit. All the way across, that's a hit. So he could not beat it. Gets past him, knocks it down, and Mazzilli with the infield hit. Mazzilli 2 for 4. Again, he's already tired. Doesn't matter. Just now means if the fatigue dot comes on, it's an automatic single 2 stars, and he will be removed from the game. Kind of RJL inside pitch, the inside pitch rule. If you get a tired, once your player is fatigued, then he automatically will come out. That kind of forces my hand not to leave people in there too long. So here's Heap with one on. Mets trying to get something going here late. Odom from the stretch. 4, 6, and that's a walk. So now things get interesting. The Mets trying to do something. First and second, one out, and it's Ray Knight, the batter. We know Knight cannot hit a righty. You can hit. He's like an OPS versus 1100 versus lefties this season, but against righties, he's very, as they say, very pedestrian. So let's see who the Mets have to hit. This will be a third baseman. That probably would be Kevin Mitchell going in late. So they'll go to Mookie Wilson, and he'll swing for Knight here. So again, they'll use one of their outfielders here. He'll bat for Wilson, statistically better in this situation. So Wilson will hit for Knight. 2 on, 1 out. You want to stay out of the double play and give Santana or whoever's going to bat for him a chance. Question is, do I have someone to hit for him? So here is Mookie. Mookie from the left-hand side of the batter's box against Blue Moon Odom. 110, fly ball right field. Oh, he could have got him out of the game with a hit. Actually, he's already fatigued. Fly ball right field. Catch is made, and there's 2 outs. So now the Mets down to the last out, and it's going to be Rafael Santana. We'll see if Rafael Santana has somebody who can hit for him. He's looking over his shoulder. And I guess that would be Mitchell too, but I can't play him in both spots, or I can lose the DH. Let's see. Nope, I can put Tuffle there. So now I can go to anywhere I want. So he might as well be Kevin Mitchell. So Kevin Mitchell will swing. We'll swing in this case for Rafael Santana here, a young, scrappy Kevin Mitchell, trying to get it going for the Mets here late. So let's see. Gets him out. 2 on, 2 outs. Big time hit. Raleigh Fingers throwing in the Oakland A's bullpen in case he gets a hit here. On deck would be Dykstra. Here's the pitch. 5-9 against a righty is a tired dot. That's a single and 2 stars, and that's going to be all for Blue Moon Odom. So he finds the tired dot. So the Mets are still in this. So Mitchell is on with a single. It will score Mazzilli from first, and the Mets are in this ball game. It's 4-1. So that will force Heap to third. First and third, 2 outs, potential go-ahead run as Lenny Dykstra comes up to the plate. And now what will the A's do? Let's see who they have. Do you give Dykstra a chance to beat you here, or do you put a lefty on him and thumb your nose at him and goes, all right, you want to beat me? Go ahead. So let's see who the Athletics go with this in this situation. You go with the best guy, the best situation. Can Knowles? Yes, he can. Sorry, Raleigh. It is going to be Darryl, I think it is. Darryl Knowles. So they're going to thumb their nose at Dykstra in this situation, and they're going to let Knowles come out and do it. So Odom 8.2. So he comes in and finishes in the 9th inning. Knowles has basically squad douche against lefties on his side, which means it's going to be Dykstra is going to have to put the ball in play to keep this going. On deck is Backman. You probably would see Tuffle if needed. He is a W, so he's not going to get a home run. He cannot hit a home run at all against lefties. So Dykstra cannot put him ahead here. That's why you don't put in Fingers in this case. So let's see if Lenny walks or puts the bat in play. Knowles, the left-hander to Dykstra. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 4-7, and Knowles lost him on the walk, and the Met inning continues. Oh, baby. Bases loaded, 2 outs. The go-ahead runner is now all the way back at first. It's a 4-1 ball game. And now what do you like or what do you prefer? So Backman's not staying there to face the lefty. That's for sure. The Mets will have to make that decision first. And that is going to be Tim Tuffle. They're talking about blowing up the bench here. So Tuffle will come in and he'll hit here against the left-hander. Or is it Dick Williams in 72? We'll see if that's what he's going to choose to do. So Tuffle is the pinch hitter here. And we play the 9th. And let's see. Again, this is not modern baseball. Not playing 3-batter minimum here. Now do you get fingers or do you pitch or you let Knowles do it? Knowles doesn't have any power against right-handers. Tuffle does. He hits home runs either side of the bat, so that won't matter. Fingers comes in. He still has his opportunities. Fingers comes in, plenty of power. Dick Williams, if he was the manager of the 72 A's team, is going to go to the new Saber metrics of 2024 and say, our computers of the future say, leave Darryl Knowles out there because the odds are Tuffle has a better chance. Knowles has a better chance than Tuffle than Fingers does. Fingers does give up a lot of power against right-handed pitching. So Knowles will stay out there and try to finish this. On deck is Strawberry. So if he does get on, Strawberry's going to get a lefty. So that does work in their favor. Knowles from the stretch. Tuffle waits. Bases loaded. 4-1 ball game. Top of the 9th and the pitch. 4-4. That's a leaner, but that is a 4. And that's a catch X. Now, the way I play catch X, when you get the wild pitch pop-up thing, I'm not going to play wild pitch and then the pop-up. No. If it does show up as a wild pitch, I'll roll on the wild pitch on Darryl Knowles' card. If it's a pass ball, I'll roll the pass ball on Dave Duncan's card. Then we'll resume the play. So he's going to be a 2E3. So it's going to be unless he gets a 1, let's see, it's going to be a 6. So a 6 on a 2 is going to be a wild pitch or pop-up. So now let's roll 2 dice, or 20, sorry. Knowles is a wild pitch 15% to your math guys. 1, 2, and 3. He rolls a 1, 2, and 3. It's a 4-2 ball game, and Tuffle's back continues. If he does not get the wild pitch, this game is over on a pop-up. So let's see. Is it over? Yes, it is. Popped up. And that will be the catcher makes the catch, and that's your ball game. The Mets made it there at the end, but it was a wild pitch. Nope, denied. Turns into a pop-up, and that is your ball game. So that is it, folks. The Mets do score 1 in the 9th, but it was not enough. The A's win it by the score of 4-1. Let's look at the New York Mets line here and see how many hits they had. They didn't get many against Odom. They finally chased them. So 7, 8 hits. They did get 1 run on 8 hits and a huge error by Mazzilli. The Mets absolutely missed Keith Hernandez in this series, but he'll be back in game 4 against a new opponent. The Mets were 1-8-1, while the Oakland A's had 4 hits in the ballgame. Another dazzling performance by a number 9 on the Oakland A's roster, Mr. Reginald Martinez Jackson, as he was the most valuable player again in this ballgame, as they got 8 hits, 9, 10, 11 hits, 4 runs, 11 hits, and I believe that the Mets, did they go errorless in this ball game? And they did. So again, the A's 4-11-0, the Mets 1-8-1. The winning pitcher for the Athletics is going to be John Blue Moon Odom. The save is going to go to Darryl Knowles. The loss is going to go to Ron Darling, who did not have his A stuff. Thank you, folks. We do appreciate everyone who comes in and hits the like button when you're watching this. I appreciate everyone very much. Thank you. Hopefully we'll get another game in tonight when gonna go to the store, pick up a few things. We'll see what everyone else is playing, and maybe get another game in the block 1 games 3 of the schedule. So thank you, folks. Have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you again. Thank you, Beatles. Thank you, Al. And for everyone coming in, David Vega. And again, this has been the Sports Time Machine for presentation of the Stratomatic Super League.